Hey everyone, today we will be going over strategic dictionary use. With this strategy, students will be able to get the exact definition of a word using the dictionary. Now, this does not mean that we use the dictionary whenever, wherever. Rather, we will use the dictionary strategically, as the name implies, when it is most useful. In most cases, students will be able to use context clues to decipher what a word means and how it is used in a given passage. But if this is not possible, or if a student was struggling to understand the meaning of a certain word, this is where the dictionary can be applied. For example, this is a page out of a AP US History textbook that a few freshmen, sophomore, or junior high schoolers might struggle with. For now, though, we will focus on the bolded word at the bottom of the page here. Most students will start by reading the passage. The Confederacy acted first. In April 1862, following the bloodshed at Shiloh, the Confederate Congress imposed the first legally binding draft conscription in American history. New laws required existing soldiers to serve for the duration of the war and mandated 3 years of military service from all men between the ages of 18 and 35. After reading that, most students will understand that a draft or conscription is a law requiring soldiers to serve for a war. But some may be confused whether or not draft and conscription are really interchangeable or if they are two different words with two different meanings. And this is the perfect opportunity to use a dictionary. Now, since we are in the online age of learning, most students are probably going to be more comfortable using an online dictionary rather than a printed one. So I've gone ahead and searched for the words draft and conscription here on the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And as one can see, the word draft has a lot of definitions. Students will usually just go down the list reading the definitions until they hit the one they are most likely to use for this web page here. And as we can see, number 9, part 1, a system for or act of selecting individuals from a group as for compulsory military service. And that part B, a group of individuals selected especially by military draft, that those are two good definitions that would fit in this page. Students will most likely end up, I would think, selecting B, as that is the more concise and fitting definition for this use in this page, but they may also decide that they like A better. Now, when we compare that to conscription, we see that it is a word with only one definition, which is compulsory enrollment of persons, especially for military service. Because of that, students may be more apt to use conscription in this case and prefer to use that as opposed to draft because they may be confused with all the different definitions. But they can also use the definition of conscription and knowing that it is almost the same as draft to see that they are more or less the same word. And since draft is the more normalized word, is the word that we use more often, we as teachers can guide students in that direction to use draft, knowing that it is a law requiring soldiers to serve. Like I said, it is the job of the teacher to guide the student in the right direction of the words they want to use, but in the end, it is the decision of the student on which ones they are more comfortable with and which ones they want to use in their writing, because we're going to, of course, have them write using this information. And that is strategic dictionary use.